all heard heartwarming stories about humans stepping in to save animals. Whether it's rescuing a dog stuck in traffic or reaching into a shark's mouth to remove hooks. When we see an animal in pain or distress, we feel compelled to assist them. Non-human animals can also exhibit such behavior. These animals sometimes help each other, such as this sweet piglet assisting his feline friend during a difficult time. And sometimes these animals help us. These 10 stories depict instances when animals exhibited compassionate and helpful behavior towards humans. 1. A whale protects a scientist from a shark attack. When a humpback whale began pushing and guiding scientist Nan Hauser in the water, she was perplexed. She was terrified and perplexed at first, until she realized the whale had noticed something she had not. A large tiger shark swimming nearby. Nan realized the whale was attempting to protect her and guide her back to her boat after seeing the shark. Nan, who has dedicated her life to whale conservation, had never witnessed anything like that before. Though she was aware that whales occasionally displayed similar behavior when protecting seals from killer whales. 2. Dolphins protect humans from shark attacks. This story, like the previous one, involves aquatic animals saving someone from a shark attack. In this case, a pod of dolphins surrounded long-distance swimmer Adam Walker after a great white shark appeared in the water beneath him. These 10 dolphins swam alongside Adam until the shark swam away. Adam was swimming for the Whale and Dolphin Conservation nonprofit organization at the time. 3. Binti Jua, a gorilla, saves a young boy. In 1996, a young boy and his family were visiting the Brookfield Zoo when he fell into the gorilla habitat below. While onlookers looked on in horror, Binti Jua, a western lowland gorilla, approached the injured boy, scooped him into her arms, and cradled him until paramedics arrived. Surprisingly, Binti Jua appeared to act out of a natural desire to care for this injured child. While this story demonstrates how compassionate and perceptive gorillas can be, it also demonstrates how unethical zoos can be. A similar situation occurred in the Cincinnati Zoo 2 decades after Binti Jua warmed the hearts of Americans, but it did not end happily. A young boy fell into Harambe, a silverback gorilla, habitat at the Cincinnati Zoo in 2016. Harambe was tragically killed in order to safely retrieve the boy because his response appeared to be more aggressive. Such incidents demonstrate that zoos place animals and visitors in unnecessary and dangerous situations. 4. Lulu the pig saves a woman suffering from a heart attack. Joanne Altsman was fortunate to have her faithful companion pig, Lulu, present when she suffered a heart attack at home. Lulu was immediately aware that something was wrong because pigs are extremely intelligent and perceptive animals. After failing to help Joanne, she ran outside and stood in the road, oinking until one driver stopped to see what was wrong with this pig. Lulu led the man to Joanne, where an ambulance was summoned before it was too late. Doctors stated that if only 15 minutes had passed, Joanne would most likely not be alive to tell the tale. Joanne rewarded Lulu with a jelly donut for her bravery. 5. Sasha, a pit bull, rescues a family from a fire. When a fire broke out in this California family's apartment, Sasha the pit bull alerted them by barking repeatedly until the house's mother, Nana Che, awoke. Not only that, but Sasha helped Nana Che save her baby by carrying her off the bed. Sasha's bravery was also exemplified by Baby, a 10-year-old pit bull who twice saved his family from a fire. Pit bulls get a bad rap for being aggressive, but they were once known as nanny dogs because of their gentleness around children. Pit bulls like Sasha and Baby demonstrate how devoted and brave these dogs can be. 6. Sammy the chicken heals a man's broken heart. Okay, so this isn't a story about an animal bravely stepping in and saving someone from an impending disaster. But Sammy the chicken has certainly helped Dave Cox get through a difficult time in his life. Sammy was there to provide companionship after Dave's close friend, a dog named Court, died. Many people don't think of chickens as caring, entertaining companions, but Dave believes otherwise. They go everywhere together, whether it's on a road trip to New Orleans or just to the grocery store. Follow her on Instagram to keep up with the world's most traveled chicken. 7. Pearly, the parrot, saves his family from a raging fire. Lorich and Niesel and her fiance awoke around 4 a.m. to the sound of their parrot, Pearly, making a commotion. Pearly was obviously attempting to notify his family that a fire had engulfed their laundry room. Because of this bird's loud squawks, the family was able to escape safely and call the fire department in time to prevent the fire from spreading. 8. A sea lion saves a man who has jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. Suffering from mental illness drove Kevin Hines, then 19 years old, to attempt suicide by jumping from San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. He miraculously survived the impact, despite suffering severe injuries and desperately attempting to stay afloat in the freezing waters. He felt a creature in the water and was terrified until he realized it was bumping up against him and helping him swim. Although he had no idea what animal had saved his life at the time, he later discovered from photos taken by bystanders that the animal was a sea lion. Kevin Hines is now on a mission to educate others about mental health and suicide prevention. 9. Lion Pride rescues kidnapped girl. Lions are well known for being both majestic and ferocious hunters. However, after being kidnapped by a group of 4 men, these animals became her saviors for a 12-year-old Ethiopian girl. The kidnappers were on the move with the police on their tail. But their plans were thwarted when they came across a group of lions who chased them away. After that, the lions stayed with the young girl until the police arrived. They stood guard until we found her, and then they just left her like a gift and went back into the forest. One police officer said, "Some experts believe the girl's cries for help sounded like lion cub cries, which made the lions sympathetic." 10. Rusty, a cat, saves a woman from a heart attack. Claire Nelson went about her morning as usual, despite the fact that she wasn't feeling well. That is, until her new cat Rusty began acting strangely. He kept jumping on her and yowling while pawing at her chest and legs. Finally, she decided to take the bus to the doctor's office, but she had a heart attack at the bus stop. She believes Rusty was aware of something seriously wrong with her and was attempting to warn her. "I thought I was saving his life." She claims of adopting Rusty. "It turned out he saved mine." 11. Jambo, the extraordinary gorilla parent. Jambo is a Jersey Zoo silverback gorilla. When a child fell into his pen, Jambo rushed to his aid, caressing his back as if to reassure him that everything would be fine. Not only did he move by his side to protect him from the aggression of his companions, but when the little boy awoke and began to cry, Jambo led his counterparts away to allow the rescuers to intervene. Jambo, you have earned your place among our top life-saving animals. 12. Toby, the golden retriever doctor. Despite the fact that Toby had never studied medicine, he was able to perform the Heimlich maneuver. Toby did not hesitate when his mistress was choking to death with a piece of apple stuck in her throat. He pressed her firmly on her chest, which eventually dislodged the piece of apple killer. According to legend, once his lucky mistress could breathe, our dear Toby never stopped licking her face. As you may know, golden retrievers are one of the world's smartest dog breeds. 13. An elephant lifeguard. Amber Mason owes her survival to a 4-year-old elephant's generosity and vibrancy. When the terrible 2004 tsunami ravaged Indonesia's coastline, the elephant took Amber on his back and ran to higher ground. When the tidal wave slammed into them, the elephant turned his back to form a barrier to protect Amber Mason. 14. Mandy, the mother goat, for Noel Osborne, a lifelong farmer. It's just another day at the farm until an unfortunate accident throws him into a manure pile and breaks his hip. Immobilized and too far away for anyone to hear his cries for help, his goat Mandy looked after him for 5 days, lying down on him to keep him warm and even allowing Osborne to drink his milk so he could survive. 15. Mila, the Bellevue savior. Yang Yun was competing in a banal apnea competition in a Chinese beluga whale pond. Everything seemed to be going swimmingly until she realized her legs were no longer cooperating. Then Mila appeared out of nowhere to save her, grabbing her leg with her jawbone and bringing her back to the surface so she could breathe. 16. William, the watchful parrot. Willie, as he is known in this small family, allowed the rescue of 2-year-old Hannah, who was choking. We could go into detail about what happened, but we believe it is more pertinent to quote the babysitter's testimony. "While I was in the bathroom, Willie began screaming and flapping his wings like I'd never heard before. When he screamed 'Mommy baby,' I became concerned and left. That's when I noticed Hannah had a blue face." 17. Horses are regarded as noble animals in folklore. They are a symbol of pride, courage, and tenacity. When confronted with a dangerous real-life situation, their first instinct is to flee. So it's a pleasant surprise to come across instances where horses have done the exact opposite. Instead of fleeing, they stepped forward to help others. Indian Red is the only horse ever inducted into Purina's Animal Hall of Fame, and his deed was noteworthy. A 77-year-old woman tripped and fell into a snow-covered ditch on a cold winter night in 1978. The horse remained by her side like a true gentleman. He made a big deal out of it and drew attention to the situation until the old lady got upset. 18. Cow saves humans from floodwater. As cows are fantastic swimmers, a farmer was stuck in the flood and a cow came to her for his rescue. As the farmer was unable to ground his foot and find a way to get out. 19. Cat saves a human from jumping off a balcony. Cats have an image that they are selfish beings, but in a viral video, a cat was the real hero as human child was trying to climb over a balcony and cat was watching what the child was doing. As soon as the kid tries to catch the balcony rod, the cat pushes it away so that the kid can be safe from any uncertainty. 20. Street dogs use pet dogs. Many times a street dog gets scared and tries to save himself by attacking the threat. But in another video, some street dogs were shown that a human was opening the door of his yard. Some street dogs tried to bite the human, but then suddenly his pet dog came to his rescue. Animals are underappreciated for their intelligence, perception, and compassion. Sadly, animals are frequently regarded as commodities or pests. However, these stories show that animals are complex beings capable of altruistic behavior. Animals help humans in so many ways. Let us repay the favor by always treating animals with dignity.